one of the things that has always bothered me is that we live in a world where when the president is looking for a vice president, we never know who that person is until they are vetted. We need to learn in the dating space how to make sure that we have vetted the individual, knowing everything that we need to know before we go public.
I agree with this so much. This end part, he started slow.
He did start slow.
But the end, though, magnificent. Like, he absolutely right. Like, I don't understand this idea of, like, gosh, the moment you meet somebody and then you want to run to the streets with the information, it never works.
Yeah, you know, my biggest joke is I hate when people ask for privacy after they've been shoving their relationship down our face for the last 2 years. Nah, bitch, get back on here. Tell us how he cheated. Tell us how you cheated.
Oh, what you mean? I'm about to say, you know, it don't even be the fellas like that anymore.
Yeah, that's because it's, you know, I was telling somebody on Facebook, they were talking about men cheating. I said, yo, that shit expensive. Like, y'all don't get how expensive that is.
Cheating is expensive.
It is expensive, and it's time consuming. But anyway, yes, you do need to start vetting people.
Yes,
vetting people.
So you don't have to get a joint Facebook account and a joint Instagram account because, to Gavin's point, somebody done cheated. I hate joint accounts. When I see a couple with a joint account and then they just posting happy pictures, unfollow.
Yeah,
I already know somebody done messed up, and y'all trying to pretend
did something nasty. And you know the funny part about joint accounts is the dude don't never have a private account.
He can't have a private account.
Yeah, she was like, "Yo, I'm gonna let the world know about you that you exist."
So, but to that point though, look, if you do cheat, I mean, it is on you to get the other person back, right? Like, okay, you can't say that like, yo, you being insecure, you doing too much. First off, I'm not doing a joint account, but I also don't like to cheat. So,
have you ever got caught cheating?
Got caught cheating? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Like, I'm pretty upfront, man. Like,
you ever been cheated on?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh, what was the worst? I gotta hear it. Sorry.
Oh, let's see the worst.
Or give me a story. Story time with Mike Will. See, that's the beauty part. Somebody commented on us and they said I was the 40-something-year-old single guy of the podcast, and it wasn't fair because it's not me. And so, but you know, I told somebody, I keep forgetting our fans who like mention you. And because I have to tell them you're not a pastor. But the beauty part of it is I tell them, like, he has a lot of experience, things I haven't experienced. Now, I have experience being cheated on, but this isn't about me. I'm not the celebrity of this group.
Let's see. The best cheating on experience that I had. Oh, yeah, okay, I got one. So was dating this young lady. And, like, here's the thing. Like, so we were just kicking it, right? Like, I was like, yo, we don't have to get in a relationship at all. We could just kick it.
Yeah.
But you know, everything's good, and you know, she wanted it to herself. Yeah. Right?
I like that.
So like so finally I relent and be like, all right, fine, we in a relationship. And like, bro, so this was like when the first iPad had came out. So I had the first iPad, and then like I bought the second iPad. So I was like, yo, 'cause, you know, they didn't really have a trade-in program back then.
Nah.
I was like, do you want, you know, my iPad? You know, my old one. So I gave her an old iPad, bro, and you know, like she was super excited. Mm-hmm. So she done connected her email to it, her iMessage to it. Now, mind you, it's still like under my iMessage, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like, bro, I started getting like all her information.
Damn.
And here's the thing. It was like 2 weeks before, because I don't go through anybody's stuff.
Yeah. So
like, long story short, man, like she had a best friend, right? So like when I first met dude, let me tell you how I am, right? When I first met dude, we was all in Atlanta. I know I'm going a long way about this story. So we all down there, and like she's like, yo, my best friend coming in town. Now look, I have women friends.
Yeah.
So I don't like, if a woman tell me she have friends before me, it don't bother me. It don't freak me out. I'm not like tell you like, yo, get rid of all your friends. Now, there's no friends after me. There's no more best friends.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna be honest about that. But if it's before me, so anyway, like, yo, it's my best friend, grew up with him. Like, so we like all went out. Like, we all went out to like this restaurant, and then we went to like one of her family members' house for a cookout or whatever. And like, dude did not like me.
Damn.
Like, her family loves me. I mean, everybody's joking. We playing cards. Like, dude, he was hurt. He was hurt, bro. So I was like, yo, I was like, why is your why your boy acting like a hurt boyfriend?
Yeah.
And she was just like, oh, man, I think he's sick, yada, yada, yada. So anyway.
I think he's sick.
Down there the whole weekend. Let me tell you how cool I am, because we were just dating. She was not my girlfriend. So, like, that Sunday, we was all supposed to go out to, like, brunch somewhere. And, like, she was like, hey, you want to go to brunch? I was like, man, go hang out with your boy.
Yeah.
I was like, he'd probably be in a better mood if I don't show up. Anyway, long story short, fast forward. This was probably like 5 or 6 months later, right? I done forgot about it. I done moved on from it. So she connects everything. And like she hits me up and she was like, she's like, hey, I got to go out of town for something, right? Like she's like, I got to go back. Like I think her family was from like New York. So like, no, I got to go back to New York for a few days, yada, yada, yada. I was like, all right, cool, bet. Because I was like at her apartment, because I was like, just like I had a key and everything. I was just like, yo, see you when you get back. And like, bro, like, messages start coming in. I look at the message, bro. Man, he done bought her a plane ticket to go to a wedding somewhere in the Caribbean. I forget where.
Damn, he flew your girl out.
Yeah, this dude flew. Now, here's the thing. He didn't even want her, all that. But, I make everything look good. And he saw that. And he finally started looking at her. Because, like, and what's crazy is the reason why he didn't want to date her is because, like, she was sort of like a city girl.
Duh.
Back in the day.
Hey, yo, shout out to where my bird cage at?
Where's the bird cage?
It's back there, man.
But when I met her, I was just like, she was older. She was like, in her career, like very professional. Like I never had to pay for it, like everything, So it was like, it was a cool relationship. But
Shout out to her.
Not only did dude fly her out, but he also proposed to her. He's married to her now. So low key, I'm like, you know what? I kind of like, prepared her for you.
Look,
for this moment, man.
You deserve an anniversary gift.
Hey, man.
Every time.
I'm a good dumb, bro. I'm a good dumb. Like, yo, if your woman out of bounds, like, yo, send it to me. I'll shape her up.
Look,
get it right for you.
Gosh. Shout out to homegirl who went to UNC Pembroke, who was running on the first floor. I met her before we got there, but everybody kept saying, yo, be careful of the upperclassmen. They know more. They got it. You're going to lose your shorty. Don't get hurt. And I remember my roommate, who wasn't getting laid, by the way, he was so mad. And I remember one day he came in and shorty came by my room and he was like, damn, she come out of everybody's room. I'm like, nah, that's the shorty I talked to. He was like, nah, she talking to the whole floor. And he said, watch this.
Yeah.
He opened up our door. He knocked on our roommate's door. And he said, yo, bleep her name.
Bruh.
And they said, yeah. She was here last night.
Bruh.
I said, yo, no wonder it took her so quick to get over here when she was like, I met my friend joined. But yo,
bruh, I didn't even give college. College is like the worst for like cheating. Like,
oh yeah, you automatically getting cheated.
Yeah, you probably are getting cheated.
Yeah, it is what it is. Speaking about vetting women, Lizzo, you need to do a better job at vetting women. Now, I said this, I need to call my brother-in-law. Because I know he bored right now because our whole family is in Puerto Rico at the moment. But I need to hit him up because not even a month and a half ago, I sat in his crib. He's a DJ. And I said, yo, Lizzo is so corny. I said, I like what she does. I know she's talented, but she is a corn ball. He was like, nah, I love Lizzo. Why you think she corny? Hey, Gabe, you know what happened this week. Now you know why she's corny. And, getting to that, before we get to NDAs, because I think it's important. Black women are having a hell of a summer with each other.
Yeah, it's rough for them. It's rough. But, hey, look, it goes back to what I said in the group chat, right? You've told us to stay out of your business. We're staying out of it now.
So Suki, look, y'all defended Suki just for her to look at y'all and call y'all ignorant, dirty bitches. Then you had Carly.
Did you see the comment where Suki was like, she was in special education in school? And this is not dissing special education at all.
Nah, y'all had good food.
But it explains so much.
Yeah, that's
about
interesting.
Suki.
Like, look, you had that. Then you got Cardi B over here throwing mics at people.
Rumor has it she told people to throw water.
I watched the whole video. She was telling people to throw water on her pussy. Several people throwing water, bro.
Yeah, boy, that's going. She gonna have to cut a check for that.
She gonna have to cut a check.
She gonna need Tasha K to pay her money so she can pay that money right back out.
And here's the reason why Cardi B about to be paying the check. You hit the wrong chick. You didn't even hit the chick who threw the water on you, because this girl who threw the water was late. Like the water party is done. You know when an artist say do this, and this person decided like, no, I'm about to get her now. And so Cardi got mad, launched a mic, but she hit the wrong girl. Yeah.
I mean,
so it's Cardi. You about to cut a check.
Yeah.
And the sad part about the shorty who threw the water, Now Cardi got a reason like to be like, I'm not going back to Vegas. Like my residency is over. This is the second time I have to throw a mic because of issues. And you know, if you don't know, I know somebody that worked for Live Nation. Let me just leave it at that. All right. And they say sometimes artists come to these concerts, they get their second half, and if they really don't want to be there, they look for the smallest thing to say,
do
I'm
something
out.
to be like, yeah, I'm a bounce.
Yeah, because y'all can't control the crowd.
Yeah.
So, but Lizzo. All right, how do you feel about NDAs? Lizzo over here, she fat shaming. Interesting. Sexual harassment. Apparently, she had chicks eating bananas out of escorts. This is allegedly. Hoo-has.
Yeah.
But I believe Lizzo is too big of a pop artist not to have people signing NDAs.
I agree with that. I think so here's the thing. I'm not a Lizzo fan, like at all.
At all.
But everything has been coming through, like, you know, because people know I'm not a fan. So everybody's sending it to me. They're like, yo, you believe? And I'm like, man, not really, right? Like, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying that it didn't happen the way people are saying that it's happening.
Absolutely.
And I guess that, like, that's the gift and the curse of celebrity, because, you know, watching women eat bananas out of hoo-has is something that I'd be interested in watching, not escorts for sure.
Yeah, that seemed interesting.
But it is something that, you know, I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I would watch it. But, you know, if I'm the star and it's a bunch of people that work for me, I just, the amount of lackadaisical preparation it would take, like, for Lizzo and her team to allow that to happen. Yeah. I can't see that happening with a star of that magnitude. Bruh. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm saying, like, the way they describing it, like, there's no way that everybody's just that drunk and there's sex workers there and you're like, I am going to make you eat bananas out of her. Like, I'm sorry. That doesn't make sense to me.
Look, for those who will work for us, you will be signing contracts, NDAs. We will not be fraternizing with y'all asses.
I'm gonna tell you, the biggest thing with me is, like, I do not mix money and pleasure together.
Absolutely not.
All.
We're gonna have a company party. That's gonna be it. You know, one of our listeners, I won't say his name, and he's definitely listening. He listened to us. He's the first person. He's actually in the lead. He's over you, Baraka, on texting us as quick, like, I'm listening. He went to a ping pong show and he went to, like, New Zealand or something.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what that is, that's when girls put ping pongs in a box and they push them out.
Yes.
And so I just think I do want to go to one of these weird sex shows. I don't want to go with my girl, though.
You can go with your girl. They're actually quite boring.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, bro, it's not. He said,
like,
it's not
I've had better times at strip clubs in Columbia.
Oh, well, that's a given. Yo, shout out to Platinum Plus. Platinum West ain't the best. I'm going to let y'all know that right now. I did see a albino girl dancing at Platinum West. She was fine as hell.
She had long hair, like,
she had, like, short. It was, like, to her shoulders. She was thick. She was fine. Okay. I might have walked around the club looking for her, and I might have asked about 3 bouncers, yo, where she at? And they told me, you got to find her in... let me shut up. She was fine, bro. When I'll tell y'all off mic how fine she was. This bitch was fine. All right, yo, I want to welcome everybody to the Black Dads Club. I am your host, Gavin, who will be a celebrity one day off of this. But the creator, the man who founded this, the man who literally wants to take us to new heights, the man who DMs me and say, yo, shut up. In the comments. Pastor Mike Will is here.
Welcome to the Black Dads Club.
Look, welcome to our congregation.
Welcome to our congregation.
The church is open.
Yes, the donations are definitely open.
Please send your
hit
cash
the donations, folks.
Look,
donations.
Shout out to Dr. Umar. Hey, Suki, you definitely dressed up when you was standing by that nigga.
Hey, man, Dr. Umar, man. Dude, he stayed with a questionable woman in his entourage. Like,
he's seen her videos, though.
Yeah. We haven't seen Suki videos.
Yeah. I mean, talent is talent.
Talent is talent. Hey, but anyway, welcome to the Black Dads Club. Yeah. Hey, y'all, please leave us a review on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you're listening. I do need to fix our Black Dads Club pod page. I need to funnel it so I can get y'all guys' email addresses. So we can start having some socials around here. Meet all of our guys that are actually here in Charlotte.
Absolutely.
And start hanging out with you guys a little bit more. But welcome to the Black Dads Club. Facts. We do have an event on August 11th.
Yo, shout out to No Grease Premium and Alpha Male Nail Care. Shout out to Sheena. We love you. I'm going to keep saying that.
Yes.
August 11th. It's a Friday. It's at 7 o'clock. It will be
It's
cocktails.
like 7 for real, not like 7 for play.
Yeah, 7 for real.
7 for real.
We're all professionals. We all got kids at home.
Yeah, most of y'all are just getting off work anyway. So look, grab one drink uptown and then bring yourself out.
Bring y'all asses there.
So y'all could be there.
Have a drink
time.
there. It's a bar there, so have a drink there.
Yeah, no, yes. It's a bar there. You can get your nails done there.
Yeah, shout out to Cocktails and Conversations. It will be centered around Kevin Samuels. Me and Sheena had a great conversation about like how to make this flow better because y'all had fun during the conversation last time, so we can't wait for that. All right, Mike, time to talk about finances with black men.
Well, yeah, so here's the thing. Y'all know we're always in the camp of black men need to make more money. So the average black male wage is $42,000 a year. Right? Average white male wage is $51,000 a year.
Okay.
So in all honesty, the majority of our audience is probably over that.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna talk about is like the percentage difference, right? So 42 to 50 is about 20% difference, maybe 25% difference.
Yeah.
So whatever job you have right now, I think a lot of us need to find out a way to make 20 to 25% more money.
Okay.
So we can be in a place where we can take care of our significant others a lot better. Now, with that being said, because it is the first of the month, so if you go to Twitter right now, everybody's talking about how they don't have time to talk to any men because they got bills to pay.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
So the woman had tweeted this, right? She's tweeted, how is he a good man if he's broke? Right? And then somebody else came behind that and said, what exactly am I missing out on then?
Because the conversation started when Homeboy said a lot of women are missing out on good men.
Yeah, that's where the conversation started. Yeah, exactly. Like, a lot of women are missing out on good men. So the women's response was, how is he a good man if he's broke? Yeah. Ouch. 2, what exactly am I missing out on then? Now, just statistically speaking, black men and black women make similar amounts of money, but black men make more.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So that means that the average black male median salary is $42,000 a year. That means that the average, black female salary is probably about 40, right? Mm-hmm. So they're making the same amount of money. Now, I understand to women how it could seem like you make more money than men because men subsidize dating. Well, entertainment, not just dating, right? That is overwhelmingly subsidized by men. So if most people are spending 20% of their income in entertainment per year, right, that puts women way above the amount that men make. So I do understand how women are like, yo, if he's broke, how is he good? But one brother had a comment, and I'm going to read it. He said, 50 years ago, men and women got married young, built their money together, or he built the finances while she stayed home. Either way, they got married before the money. Because of social media and entertainment, these crop of women today tie a man intrinsic worth to his finances. This is one area I did not see eye to eye on with Kevin Samuel because he in part did the same thing. Now, I just started the conversation saying that, like, yo, men have to make more money. Part 2 of that conversation is stay away from any individual that only want to date you because you make more money.
Facts.
Like, that's a 2-part question, man. Like, look, it's like having a Lamborghini and the interstate is wide open. Like, you bought the Lamborghini to go fast, but you can't go fast if the cop is right there, right?
Absolutely.
And that's how it is. It's like, yo, you can make a lot of money, but if a woman is right there waiting on your money, bro, like, don't use your money as your leverage in the relationship.
The joke for me is like, women don't try to hide it.
No.
A lot of us are falling for it, and we purposely fall. Like, it's just like they make it clear. Like, hey, if you going out, and we're going to talk about dating in a little bit, but if you're going out and she's telling you, yo, you got to take me here, why can't we go here? Or, yo, you ain't got a table, you ain't got VIP, you ain't taking me to this concert. Like, it's wild. Like, you got to realize, look, it's concert season, all right? SZA is on tour. Tickets is high.
Everybody's on tour.
Drake is on tour.
Yeah.
Tickets is high. Beyonce will be here next week. I will be there. Tickets is high.
Yeah.
Yo, if a shorty just popped back up in your DM 6 months ago and she asking you what you doing on August 9th when Beyonce is in town.
Don't simp out for it, man. And here's the thing. If you do simp out for it, understand that you're simping out for it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't go and then when you don't receive what you thought you was going to get, right? Whatever that is, right? Whether it's respect, whether it's a forward, relationship, whether it's her being in touch with you, whether it's you thought that, hey, she was going to come over at the end of the night. When you don't receive what you want, man, like, don't be surprised because you simped out. Like, yo, own your simping. Like, just own it. That way you don't have to be disappointed.
Now, as the professional bird feeder on this podcast, I am not mad at the women for saying, yo, I ain't dating a brokey. That's just me.
I'm not mad at them for saying that. I think men need to just stop going back and forth on the internet because here's the thing. Like, if we're being 100% honest, like, if we are just being truly looking at the situation, we're like, yo, I'm being honest. Like, the women that's saying that, if you go through their likes and their tweets and their retweets, these are not women you want to be with, really. They might be, they're attractive. Yeah. But as human beings, they're not like they're not winning Nobel Prizes.
Absolutely not.
So I think men do have to get used to,
It's a dude right now, he on the internet dragging his baby mom, bruh, and she's a bottle girl here in Charlotte, and he just been showing.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Week, he just been showing how dirty she is. And
but to that point, though, he knew that when he met her.
He knew that. But the funny part is, the girl, a lot of people know her. Trust me. The other bottle girls who've been texting me about the situation, they like, yo, she's super pretty. I didn't think this bitch was this nasty, but it is what it is. And sometimes you could see that. Like, some of those, I'm going back to your point of, some of them are just pretty. It's on that surface.
They're just pretty. And here's the thing, man. Like, if to what he's doing. If I dated a woman that, like, I gave y'all the cheating story. Like, I've never told that story. I'd never tell y'all who that is. I only told that story because she is married. So it's not possible for, like, her to reach out or anything. Like, so let's hope not. But, like, as for guys though, like, if you date a woman and she, like, just shits the bed with you, like, man, Batman could not get that shit out of me, bro.
Oh, nah.
Like SEAL Team 6 could not. I'm not about to show y'all how a woman have just clowned me on social media, bro. Like, nah, man, man, I'm taking that to the grave, bro.
Y'all call me dirty.
Yeah. Like, I am not sharing that information online, bro.
Bro, these niggas call me dirty over silverware and
silverware that
y'all actually her apartment.
And the only thing you said is like, yo, don't put it in lukewarm water.
That's
you know what I love when something goes viral is that people just change the whole conversation.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, even the conversation that we was like, yo, not turned on yet. They're like, well, why are you sleeping with her if you're not attracted to her? 100% not what was said.
Bruh, I've realized, I've said this before, women run the internet. I'm not arguing with y'all anymore.
Man.
Male virginity is rising. Between the 18 and 20-year-olds, it is rising. Now, I have a personal question. You could choose not to answer. What age did you lose your virginity?
My mom listens to the pod, so
you can lie. Oh, okay.
18 to 20.
You could just name whenever you had your son. Yes. You could just name that age.
Sophomore year of college.
So the reason why I asked that question is because I remember. Now, first of all, I am a firm believer that I believe people lie when they lose their virginity, especially boys. Men used to lie on their dick all the time from like middle school to like
probably middle school to about freshman year of college.
Because then after that, you realize, like, there's power in saying, yo, I did not smash her.
Yeah. And it is impossible to get laid in college.
Yeah. Wait, you said it's impossible?
Impossible to not get laid in college.
Oh, yeah. You really got to just be
it is impossible not to get laid in college.
You got to be, like, dirty or just mean.
Like, so, like, I've seen dudes that I was like, ain't no way.
Bruh,
like
tearing it down,
sympathy into some booty in college.
Yeah.
So it's like, nah, man, it ain't no way.
But the reason why I said that because that number is like that 18 to 20 age. But I remember in high school, freshmen and juniors saying, "Yo, I just lost my virginity." Right? People are having that conversation. Which now that I'm a dad, that is super young. But
it is super young. But back to the point of that it's going up.
Yeah.
Like, so we saw that, I think, was it like 18 to 29? And I can't remember, they were saying that like a third of all men were either virgins or involuntary celibate. So I can't remember. But anyway, it was like 1 out of 3. Yeah. Right, which is pretty high. And now we have a rise of dudes from 18 to 20. And, it's funny because we'll talk about this in group chat. Part of it is COVID, right?
Yeah.
So COVID, you were not on campus.
Facts.
Her mama and daddy at home, working from home during the day.
Absolutely.
Your mama and daddy at home during the day,
Absolutely.
So you can't get her over. So I think that played a part. I think,
Absolutely.
young men not, being able to go to the football games, the basketball games, the dances. I think that has definitely played a role. But the second thing is, I think people are just so freaking socially awkward now. So
due to COVID.
Yeah, due to COVID, and due to like technology, that I think that's part of it that's rising too. Because I don't know what percentage it had for the ladies, but I'm gonna bet that theirs aren't going up at the rate that men is going up.
Well, all right. Let me tell you something. As a photographer, I've worked with several parents and graduates, even during COVID. A couple of things: boys don't know how to talk.
Yes.
And women, the young girls don't know how to walk in heels. And I know Mike finds that funny, and it is funny. But when I'm talking to a girl who's going off to college, and she never had to wear heels because she missed the 10th and 11th grade.
She missed
and when
sophomore prom,
she
junior
got
prom.
You're right. She missed her proms.
They wasn't going to church.
They weren't going to church. They're wearing tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's rare that you see girls in the 9th grade wearing heels.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
And so I'm looking at young ladies that's 19, or they might be, they're about to turn 19. They about to go out to college, and they going on a date, and they got to put on slides, or they bring in slides because they've never walked in heels. And with the young boys, they don't know how to talk. Why? Because they've been gaming for the last 2 years.
They've been gaming.
They've been talking to their homeboys
on apps. You really don't have to interact and communicate with people.
Yeah, and I'm talking to parents, and parents are telling me, "Yo, I took him on his first date, and I'm there with him and the girl, and they're texting each other while they sit beside each other."
What the hell?
Because these kids can't talk. So
Good Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to communicate.
Hey man, let's make sure we don't raise our boys like this.
Absolutely.
Or our daughters.
I'm trying to get at, let's go back to when I told you about, the young harlot that was serving the first floor at Pembroke. Yeah. Right? The older guys, they know the fresh young meat who come in who is naive and young. Yeah. And, this going to be easy right here. I'm going to catch her. So, you do got that, you got the young girl who's now 19 and 20 who done missed 2 key years of socials. But you got a 22-year-old seeing her at the club and like, yo, what's up?
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing though, with virginity rising amongst fellas, like I hope you guys are like getting education with that and raising your incomes with that. I applaud men for having sexual discipline.
Absolutely,
but
please do.
If you're not having sexual discipline, if and it's sexual frustration, that's going to create a very, very toxic environment. And I think we see part of it on the internet. When you see dudes sassy as hell going back and forth with women, right? Mm-hmm. You actually, like the red pill guys kind of do not like women, right? Like we're not a red pill pod. Like I don't know what we are. We just like, you just talk or whatever. But when you see these guys and they're just like,
we're misogynistic.
Yeah, you don't like women. You want women to serve. Like I've said this before, right? It is not unfair for a woman to expect you to be nice to her for her to sleep with you, right? Like that's very, very fair of a woman to be like, you know what? You're gonna have to be nice to me.
If you want some.
If you want some, right? If you want, like, that's part of turning me on.
Yeah.
I don't know if these young men are getting that message. I don't know if they're getting the message of like, you have to be interested in the woman. Mm-hmm. And you have to be interesting as a man. Like if you can knock those two things out, it's a good chance you can have a very, very successful date. Mm-hmm. But, to that point of dating, we have a man that is probably between either my age or your age.
Okay.
That goes out on a date.
Oh, my man.
Yeah. He goes.
This is amazing.
He goes out on so it's crazy that we're talking about 18 to 20-year-olds, and then we have a grown man that does this right here.
Hold on, man. This is
it's kind of one another. Like, what? Ladies, hold on. Tell me. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman.
Here we go.
So I just left a restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers.
Oh, gosh.
I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the
pause
time.
it real quick. Pause it right quick. All right, so I'm gonna tell you a huge mistake that he made. He spent 2 weeks trying to figure out what she likes and what she don't like. He has not talked to this woman about anything about her at all. The only thing he's wanted to do is just simp out for her. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Do you like flowers on the first date? What do you like to drink? He has not. I bet he does not know where she's from. I bet he doesn't know her relationship with her family. I bet he doesn't know the last time she hung out with her best friend and why they haven't seen each other in so long because they live in 2 different cities. I bet this guy does not know anything about this woman at all. But you know what he does know? I know what she want to go to dinner, and I know what she want to drink, and I know that she want flowers on the first date. Okay, keep going. I just want to point that out.
This nigga got 4 roses from Walmart. Red roses, and he brung them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just leave that.
And I'm not saying flowers on the first date is bad. I'm just saying like he told on himself right there.
Oh yeah, I mean he's proving your point.
Yeah,
he got the 4 Walmart flowers. Y'all know the ones in the front. That you know they come.
Yeah, like I spent 2 weeks trying to figure out what she liked. Like, bro, I'm not spending 2 weeks to figure out what somebody I don't know, a stranger, likes. Yeah. I'm not. I spent 2 weeks trying to figure out, are we compatible having conversations on a day-to-day basis?
Well, hold on.
I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person.
Don't laugh at him, man. don't laugh at him, man. Don't laugh at him, man. This is actually pretty sad.
His voice cracking. Hold on.
His voice is cracking.
I'm just looking for the one that...
Oh, my gosh. People keep calling me. Go ahead. Hold on. Here we go.
I guess he's out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father.
Oh, my gosh. Push his glasses up.
I do everything that's right, and I just get stood up. Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself.
Now, he only been there for 30 minutes.
Him break it down, yeah.
Hold on.
And realizing that nobody even cares about people anymore. Like, alien dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody. It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love. To be kind to one another. Like, what?
Did he say he was dating a woman? I don't think he did.
He never did say, but I don't think a dude would stand him up.
You think niggas just love free meals?
No, I think dudes like hanging out. I don't think a dude would have stood him up.
I want to know if he got stood up by a guy or girl because he said a person.
He did say his person, but I'm assuming the majority of Americans are heterosexual, like so way over 90%. So
not Dwight Howard.
It's a safe assumption, allegedly.
No, I saw them text message. Dwight Howard, you had violated more than 3 times, sir. And I'm not mad at you, bruh. You going to the Hall of Fame. It's gonna take you a minute to get there. You are not a likable person. I know some people that hung out with you. I'm gonna just leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it like that.
But this dude, he was stood up, and now he's crying. Right? His voice is cracking.
Facts.
All right, so here's the thing. All right, if you still got it pulled up,
yes,
hop to the comment section.
I'm in there.
And just read 5 comments at random because I want to point something out here.
Keep your head up, man. She's out there somewhere where this will be the least unexpected times. I waited 10 years for my woman. Oh, hell nah.
All right.
I hope you find the person you deserve it. Crying emojis. Oh, no, crying emojis. Keep your head up. You did nothing wrong.
Read something from the women. Give me 3 from the women. Yeah, give me 3 comments from women. Give me 3 comments. Any random.
She is white. I don't know if I should say that. I am so sorry. I can hear the pain and frustration in your voice. I know it's so disappointing and a little bit embarrassing. Jasmine says, never wait on anyone. You're awesome. Please stay the way that you are. It's going to be worth your time. Her, with a butterfly emoji. This made me cry so hard for you. You didn't do anything wrong. You did everything, all caps, right. And she missed out on a great, genuine guy. I hope you find your, hold on, she did a follow-up, person one day. God will bring the right person to you who appreciate you and everything you do in your direction. God bless.
All right, I want to point something out here, man. Because everybody's like, yo, it's a great guy. He did everything right, yada, yada, yada.
All the men are laughing.
All right, yeah. And honestly, like men should. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
And we'll get to it. But here's the thing. Not one of those women in the comment section have said, hey, what city you're in? You seem like a great guy. I would love to meet up with you.
Oh, somebody said they put his ass on the shade room.
Like, there's not one comment from anyone saying that. So, one, this is proof that women do not like soft men.
Oh, he's sassy for sure.
Women do not. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they. Not one. Go. You could go find us. It's on TikTok. Go read through the comments and you tell me if you find one comment from a woman that's like, "Hey, I'm in your city. You seem like a great guy.
Facts.
Let's go out. Nope, not one cent. Everybody's like, you gonna find your person. It ain't me though.
Absolutely.
And the second thing is, it's like, yo, man, y'all dudes got to cut this shit out, man. Like, I have most definitely been stood up. Probably not at a bar, but like, definitely like have like reached back out to somebody and be like, yo, we getting up. And, you know, they just ghost you.
Yeah, they ghost
you.
you.
And what's funny is, like, a lot of times they do come back around because, you know, the dude that they were after, you know, does his thing and then, you know, they back on the market. But as men, I remember when we was younger, and I don't know if men, we talked about them texting at the table. I don't know if men are used to this anymore. So when we was younger, like, you be at a club or you be at a bar, and there'll be a girl over there, or a group of girls, right? Mm-hmm. And, like, you know, all she got to do is just glance one time. Hell, she could just be looking. She ain't even really got to be into you. She could just be glancing in your direction. All the fellas are going to be like, yo, bro, go over there and talk to her.
Absolutely.
They're going to hype you up, and they're going to say, yo, go and talk to her. And all your boys are going to be like, bro, it's peer pressure. Mm-hmm. But eventually, you're going to have to get the strength within yourself,
the courage
to walk across the bar
and get rejected.
And at least you're going to have to ask for the number, right? And when you come back, all your boys are looking at you. So that's why I was like, I'm not mad at the guys laughing in the comment section.
Nah.
Because what we do when our boy walk back across that floor, man.
We
be crying. And when we get back, we'd ask, hey, did you get the number? And we actually had a term for this. Like, men would be like, nah, bro. She shot that shit down.
Look, hey, fellas, especially, look, if you went to college between 2011, 2010 to probably about 2015, I don't know what y'all was doing, but we used to call them dummy missions.
Yeah, I mean,
you go on dummy missions where you know the reward is high, but the risk is also high.
Yeah, the risk is you go to fail.
Out.
Like, this shit has like a 99% failure rate.
Absolutely.
But you had to do it, man. But you know what though? It made you used to being rejected, right?
Absolutely.
It wasn't something like, you know, if someone ghosts or rejects you or doesn't show up, you know, as a guys that's already been through that, like, you're not there like, damn, man, what the hell happened, right? Like, a lot of times you're like, yo, man, I really overshot my goddamn ski on this one.
Absolutely.
So, like, that's just going to happen.
Well, you know, the joke for me is you say this, you've only been saying this for, I don't know, 60 pods. Yo, stop going on. Y'all first dates don't need to be at restaurants.
Stop doing dinner dates. Look, first rule, no dinner dates. I'm telling y'all, just cut the shit out. No dinner dates. Second rule is, yo, only date women that are interested in you.
Well, what if they don't know if she's interested in you?
Bro, you know if a woman's interested in you, man.
True.
Like if you're the one that keep pressing to meet up and she's never pressing to meet up, bro, just lay off, man. Just lay off. Like, yo, she's interested in somebody. And you know, that is fair to her. She could be interested in another guy, man. Like, stop pressing these women that really don't want to see you, man.
Yo, couple rules for first dates. Like Mike said, no dinner.
No dinner.
No dinner. Leave her ass by 9:45. 10:15 at the latest.
Yeah,
go do something else. Go get up with your
exactly.
boy.
That's another thing. Yeah. Stop trying to go out late. Stop hoping for ass on the first date,
absolutely.
man.
Stop that. Stop going to the movies.
Yeah, like, yo, like 7:00. Like, a good date time, in all honesty, is either after work if you're a professional and y'all work in the same area, or 7:30. So to your point, by 9:30, you done. So, like, even if it's a dud, right? Like, even if you go out and have drinks and like it's just a dud. You could be like, well, shoot, I'm going to go hit another bar. It's a good chance you already got friends that are out. Mm-hmm. You know, the chick that you smashing might be, you know, she'll be available to come out. Like,
absolutely.
You could bounce back from that failure. But y'all dudes, man, y'all doing too much.
I love
flowers and dinner. And here's the thing.
Crying.
He did everything right. Not one woman in that comment section is like, where are you? I want to go out with you. Not one, bro.
Yeah, you can't be having...
That shit got 1 million views, man.
You can't be having a chin full of grays and crying on TikTok. But, look, Kevin Samuels got something for y'all, which I find interesting because... Well, hold on.
A lot of us don't want to deal with...
Oh, my gosh. I hate when the internet's on me.
A lot of us don't want to deal with the pain because we didn't learn how to deal with pain. This is where daddy not being there fucks up so many of us because we got all this testosterone. And we don't know how to deal with pain in a masculine way, so we end up bitching out. We end up dealing with pain in a feminine way. Because we was raised by our mamas. And this is no shot at the mothers. But mothers cannot raise sons effectively to deal with male emotions. Emotions and testosterone are fucking dangerous. Pain has a purpose, but incorrectly channeled through feminine emotions in a masculine frame leads to chaos and destruction. Because all it takes is that one bad decision, one wrong move, one wrong step, and you can have life-altering choices. This is why training is so important. Discipline is so important. Power is not a boy's game. It's a man's pursuit.
All right. My question, we love to ask this question. Do you think Mr. TikTok had his dad in his life?
Ooh, right. Damn, I ain't even consider that. Not it's my fucking pod. Damn.
Do you think?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely. So I be trying not to take shots every day. No way, no way in hell. And I think that's why that Kevin Samuels clip goes so well with that is because you know he's not. Here's the irony is he's a good dude, right? Mm-hmm. Got good hair.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
He's light skinned.
Yeah.
You know.
Like that.
Yeah. Like I don't know what his wallet looks like, but you know he probably taking her to the best restaurant. Like and I'm not saying that he's simping, but he's definitely doing too much. Right.
EOD.
He's doing too much. It's a
DJ at the restaurant, so you know it's expensive.
The irony is nobody in the comment section is like, I want that man, right? But what is social media telling you they want you to do? They want you to buy flowers. They want you to take them to the best restaurant.
Shout out to STK.
Yeah, like they want you to do all these things, but the moment a man does it that they're not interested in, bro, not one person in the comment section is like, nah, let's run that back.
Let's run it back.
So Kevin Samuels right. Like, if you haven't been raised to like handle your emotions in a masculine frame, which you know a lot of times is accepting the loss, right? You know, it is your boys clowning you, right? When you have to walk all the way back to that restaurant and you look over there at your boys and they are just rolling.
Absolutely.
They are rolling. You know what's funny is while they rolling at you, man, it ends up making you laugh because at the end of the day,
funny.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny. And the reason why they sent you is because you were the best of them.
Absolutely. And
right?
then you know what? We used to do that to Jamar. Shout out to Jamar.
Yeah.
And you know what Jamar used to do? After a while, he'd come back laughing. He'd be like, all right, I'll be right back. And he'll just go to another chick. And then, you know what? It was funny. Until we was all getting in the car. Jamar was like, y'all, I'll holler at y'all
I'll holler at y'all, right?
And he was like, yo, what the fuck is going on around here? You know what I'm saying?
Because he used to rejection. He knows what to say. He has the game.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, so as men, it's like, yo, you do need your boys to roast the hell out of you, bro, when you take a L.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
But if you don't have boys, if you don't have your pops, if you're not used to talking to women, a lot of things that we're seeing that are going up, right, which is male involuntary celibacy, you know, these young boys not getting laid, and then you have grown men that are ODing on dates and voice cracking while they're sharing to the world with how sad they are, right? Yeah. And like I said, you know, that's not even the saddest part because he's allowed to have his emotions and feel how he feels.
Yeah.
But when I go to that comment section and I see a man that is doing everything that Twitter is telling him that he's supposed to do, right? This man has been lied to by Twitter.
Fact.
But when I come on here and I tell him, yo, stop taking women out to on these expensive dinner dates for the first dates. Take them to a bar, take them to a hangout, a social, tapas, and only date women that are interested in you. When I say that, it's like, oh, you're just being a cheapskate. But when a man does it and he plays himself and then he goes to social media and
funny.
He's vulnerable.
It's funny.
Y'all still, not one woman is like, yo, I'll go out with you.
Man, you know what time.
Do 1 million views?
Come on, man.
Not one?
And he's not going to get laid.
Oh, like,
you know, sympathy box ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? But he's not finna get none.
No, he's not getting any sympathy box. But again, it's because he's doing everything that social media is telling him to do. And truth be told, they don't want that shit.
Hey,
they don't.
Social media got y'all messed up. Another thing that got people messed up. Let's jump into sports right quick. So Netflix, The Quarterback. Have you got to watch it? I haven't.
I've started it, and you know, it is interesting. It is.
I heard it's good.
It's a little Hard Knocks knockoff-ish feeling. But what's crazy is though, like, all right, I do want to say I know we don't really normally talk about sports on this pod because it dates pods, and that's bad for the algorithm. Facts. But y'all quarterbacks got to do the Netflix special on quarterbacks, man. Like. I knew nothing about Mariota. I was actually interested in Mariota's life. Like y'all got to shit. You can't want to be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, which is sort of what being a quarterback of an NFL team are, and then be like, well, I don't want anybody to know who I am or into my life. All these dudes who they don't want to do this shit, man. Like y'all got to grow the fuck up. Like I want to see more quarterbacks on this show, right? I'm a 49ers fan. I want to see Brock Purdy's life. I want to hear Jalen Hurts talk shit on Alabama. Like I want to hear Joe Burrow talk shit on Ohio State. I want to see y'all guys' lives, man. Like not just sanitized mess either.
Well, what's gonna have to happen is, I don't know if Netflix has a partnership with the NFL. I imagine they don't, and they're gonna have to make it mandatory because Netflix ain't got a check to cut.
No, they don't.
That's what it really comes down to. Because if I'm Joe Burrow and I'm making, tens of millions of dollars a year, and Netflix come and go, hey. Netflix ain't coming to offer him no check. They coming on the hope and a prayer that he might want.
But it's like you get the notoriety. Like I mean, again, Kirk Cousins, like seeing how his wife dressed him like a hobo, and he just goes along with it. Like
name the 3 quarterbacks: Kirk Cousins, who's on the downhill, nobody gives a fuck about.
Kirk Cousins, Mariota,
nobody care about Mariota,
and Patrick Mahomes,
and everybody. And so Patrick Mahomes got the whole check.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm letting y'all know that right now.
But it was just cool to see. I mean, shit, Kirk Cousins ain't on side. Kirk Cousins got like 2 max contract, bro. That dude made like $300 million in the league.
Like he needs.
And his wife still dresses him like a hobo. That was funny.
Would you let your wife dress you?
No. Okay. Baby, if you listen, no, you cannot dress me. I mean, politics office. She put me in Tom Ford, maybe.
Yo,
can't dress like a hobo though.
Nah, you can't. Sometimes when whatever Steve Harvey's wife name. Sorry, I don't know disrespect.
Marjorie.
Marjorie. When she dresses him, sometimes he be fly. I ain't mad at it. Now, I say that to say, we was going to the pool last Sunday, and the outfit I had on, we had to run back home. So we like 5 minutes from the house. And every 45 seconds, Karina kept saying, damn, you look like a 12-year-old. Damn, you dress like a 12-year-old. She kept saying it. And we pulled up to the house. She was like, yeah, because I had to go look for a speaker. Yeah. She was like, yo, take your time and just change your clothes, like whatever. And I changed my outfit because I looked at it, and this is what really made me change it. My 10-year-old nephew was like, yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, all right, let me change my shit. Speaking of sports, how do you feel about Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp keep fraternizing? Like, we need to come on. I want to talk to some people. How do you feel from the standpoint of Skip Bayless? 2 people that you've left, Skip and Stephen A. have had disagreements since he's left. And now everybody knows what happened with Skip and Shannon. And it's like these 2 are like cuddling up. It's been interesting to me.
I mean, I like Shannon. But I mean, like I didn't have to tune in, to him and Skip. I watched the highlights. And Stephen A. Smith, I do not like, if I'm just being, frank.
Damn, what he do to you?
Because he carries water. He carries water for supremacy at times. And it's not intentional. It's one of those things where, like, when he was like, the Nigerian team, I can't pronounce their names.
Oh, yeah.
And then nobody said anything on that. But then when he messed up
Ohtani.
Ohtani's name, was like, let me run back in here and come back and apologize. He'll say something about, black folks, ESPN says nothing. But, he posts something about, the Jenners, and it's like, you know what? My bad. And it's like, see, I don't like that. I do not like that, right? It has to be a consistency there. So either Stephen A. have to stop doing it, or Stephen A. have to, stand on his own and say, no, if I'm not apologizing for saying this about the Nigerian basketball team, I'm not apologizing for Shohei Ohtani.
I think Stephen A. is trying to find a unique way to get fired.
That could be. But dude, he said 2 years ago, he was just like, every day I try to figure out a way to make my company more money, right? Like he said that dumb shit. So
he did. And the reason why I saw somebody saying, like, why do you think that? I believe that because his own show, his outside show, that he has, is something that ESPN and Fox are getting into, where they are finally, and I like it. I'm not opposed to it, but they're allowing their broadcasters to have a life outside of them that doesn't necessarily reflect the brand, right?
Yeah.
So Shannon can be with a liquor brand and have people to come on and have Lil Duval and have rappers cuss all throughout his podcast, and it's cool to Fox. Stephen A. can get on there, and he's saying stuff that 10 years ago Disney would have been like, all right, bro, we're going to pat you on the back. We're going to send you on. And so I really, because you know what? His thing about Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner was distasteful, but on the flip side of it, he wasn't like he was off base.
No, it's not an out of bounds conversation. Like I said, I don't have a problem with him saying it. What I have a problem with is when he says something about anybody that's close to supremacy or the patriarchy.
Yeah. Now,
he's backtracking like almost immediately. Like he's Darrell Revis on Revis Island backtracking.
Look,
right?
So my thing about ESPN, and I don't think they've realized it. The draw for ESPN, especially First Take back in the day, was it was like Stephen A. represented the barbershop.
Yes.
On a white program.
Yes.
And shout out to Skip for noticing that.
Absolutely.
And saying, yo, let's double down on it.
Yeah.
So Stephen A. was our representation, saying, yo, I'm bringing a barbershop to y'all. Now, it's like, you know how we always love to say who invited to the cookout?
Yeah.
It's like Stephen A. didn't invite everybody to the damn cookout.
Yeah.
And now it's like, damn, this ain't even our cookout anymore.
Exactly. Nobody's invited to the cookout from Black Dad's Club perspective. Just letting you know. Nobody is invited to the cookout.
We watching this shit, and you got everybody wilding out. Like, I stopped watching ESPN, especially First Take.
Like, here's the thing. Like, with Stephen A. Smith, sorry to interrupt you. Max Kellerman and JJ Redick has been more urban leaning than Stephen A. Smith.
That part. But you know what? When everybody started walking off the set for like outrageous comments, I was like, all right, this shit is a show. And I really believe that's why they've been just cutting bait. Because it's like, yo, the cookout has gotten overcrowded.
Yes.
And it's not a cookout anymore. Jalen Jacoby, I love Jalen Rose. His show used to be like, yo, this is the barbershop.
I used to love their radio show.
Bruh, it made me get into podcasting. Yeah. Guess what? It became everybody's at the cookout.
Well, I mean, because you bring in, again, when Stephen A. becomes his true self, right? And then you bring people that look like you, but they're not like you, like Malika Andrews, right?
Oh, they tearing. Yo, Malika, stop posting.
No, let her go. Let her cook.
They tear her ass up.
Let her cook because it exposes an underbelly that exists that we really don't get to talk about, right? Yeah. Anti-black misandry is not something that we really talk about a lot. Like, you really have to go not only to the black manosphere, but you got to go to like the intellectual side of the black manosphere to really discuss anti-black misandry. So it's like when I see it, I don't want them to be banned. I don't want them to make their shit private. I want them to talk because all this stuff is going to play very, very poorly for them in the future. Like I love when people post something on Twitter and it's like pro black man and like it's the dude that follows all like anytime someone says anything that has like a black man in it, he goes straight to their profile and pull their old receipts where they were bashing black men. Right?
Like Malika,
like you trying to ride the wave right now.
Absolutely.
No.
And the gag is like Malika posts and they tear up on Instagram, but YouTube, they are frying her. And you know the funny part? Sometimes it be old white men who just love getting a laugh in. But it's like, the problem is with people like Malika. So if you don't know, Malika Andrews, she's super pretty. She got notoriety.
She might be one of the finest women in the world.
Absolutely.
That girl is fine.
She could model if she wasn't doing sports broadcasting.
That girl is
and
fine.
I'm not even going to say that she's there because she's pretty. It helps. I will say that. But she has several videos on Malika going around of her only bashing black athletes.
Yes.
And it's like constant.
And like even the white guys are noticing. Like because you go on YouTube, a lot of the new videos, the white guys are actually making the videos.
The white guys like, yo, have y'all noticed?
Malika?
Like, she's fighting for us. You know what I'm saying? And the gag is, it keeps happening. But my problem with all that is, white supremacists will elevate these people to a status that it makes us look crazy. But you do have to say exactly what you just said. You got to wait. Because in 10 years, it's going to all come down. It's like, nah, we've been saying this for 10 years. Yes. So, Malika, when you coming at Richard Jefferson, when you coming at Stephen, she tried to cut Stephen A. Smith off via phone on his own show. And he said, yo, pipe the fuck down.
Yeah, he caught that. And big ups to him for catching that.
Yeah.
But, it is those things. Like, so I know we're here now. And we left from the Stephen A. and Shannon point of view.
Yeah.
But my point is that I do want us as blacks to be more consistent in how we push back against supremacy and how we push back against the patriarchy, how we push back against this idea of hegemonic masculinity. Black men are not participants in any of that. Like black men are not participants in the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Like black men are not participants in hegemonic masculinity, right? Black men are barely participants through birthright citizenship in the United States of America, something that we had to freaking fight for despite being born in this country at higher rates and way, more dated, years than the people that actually was getting birthright citizenship.
Yeah.
So, to go through all that, to understand your background, to understand that, you're indigenous in the sense of, you are African Americans only exist here, right?
Yeah.
Like if you travel anywhere else in the world, even if there's black people, like they immediately look at you and they know where you're from. Right,
Facts.
like you'll
Facts.
blend in, but they'll be like, like, are you Kenyan? And then the moment you open your mouth, you're like, oh, it's African American.
Absolutely.
So it's like
He black.
We are like exotics, and you're treated as such outside of the country, which is why I guess the passport bros exist. But in this country, though, we are not participants in the system. Yeah. We're not. One of us might get there, right? A Clarence Thomas can get there, right? But that's not black men. That's Clarence Thomas.
Facts.
He is in a part of the patriarchy, but that's not black men. And I think as all of us need to understand and be aware of, since we're not participants in the system, we own none of the blame, and we're not the oppressors. And when you hear that type of language, push back against it. Don't do the Shannon not even the Shannon, the Stephen A. Smith, Shannon to a lesser extent thing. Now, with that said, They do Skip a little bit because Skip put them on.
My thing is this. I've said this, and I love telling black men this on Twitter. Skip is 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith is 0 for 1.
Yeah. And nobody else nobody else did what Skip did.
Yeah. But look, listen to that. Skip is 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith is 0 for 1.
Yeah.
And we're going to see what Shannon does. And what I mean by that is Skip noticed, I need you. Skip has said he told Stephen A. Smith that. Stephen A. Smith, now their account of how I got there is different, but it was hey, I need you. And recognizing that, hey, I need this black man here, and this takes off.
Skip knows the sauce.
He knows the sauce.
Yeah.
So much so that the sauce fell off when Skip left, right?
Yeah.
And then for Skip, nobody when Skip left was like, oh, he's going to go get Shannon Sharp.
No.
Nobody knew that.
Yeah.
But he did, and guess what? It worked. And I'm interested to see who he going to get next. Is it Richard Sherman? Is it going to be LaShawn McCoy? Is it going to be, could you go convince Jalen Rose to come sit with you? You know what I'm saying? I think it's interesting.
Jalen would actually be good.
Jalen would. I don't think he would do it, though.
Jalen's also very, very rich.
He is. And I don't, but his check could be higher than that because now they're talking about ESPN won't Colin. Because his contract is up this year.
They want Hurd back?
Yeah.
Hurd.
I don't know how ESPN fired all these people and found this new money. Yeah. But we'll figure out. One last thing before we end. How do you think the Inside the NBA going to go with Doc Rivers, Doris, and Mike Breen? Since Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson go.
It's going to be terrible.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's going to be terrible. Like I don't like Doris and I don't like Mike Breen. So don't come at me like, oh, you don't like Doris because
like
she's
Doris.
a woman. I do not like Doris. I do not like Mike Breen. Jeff Van Gundy, and I love Jeff Van Gundy.
Yeah.
And Mark Jackson, I didn't think he was going to be good. And Mark Jackson was really good. Really insightful into the game. Like how the players, how they think, what's going to happen. Like low key, he was a little Tony Romo-ish. Like Tony's not like that. Tony was only good his first year in the NFL as an announcer. I know that's probably sacrilegious, but I hate listening to Tony Romo now.
Mike's a hater. I will say this: when the Warriors came to play the Hornets, there was a line to meet Jeff Van Gundy. I'm gonna just say it like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting. I don't like Doc Rivers. I'm gonna just leave that there. Look at me hating on the black man, yelling at you.
I know, right? And then you go straight there. You go straight there. At least I chose the problematic person and the non-black person. You going to tag the father,
the black father, the black grandfather. My fault, Doc Rivers. You know what, bro? I take that back. I love Doc Rivers, man. Shout out to Austin. Shout out to the Currys being in the mix there. What you got planned this weekend?
Hey man, kiddo, got
you got a date?
Nephew's birthday party. Yeah, no date, man. I need donations.
Look, shout out to Dr. Umar. Yeah, look, shout out to the wife being out the country this week.
Oh man, you got a free weekend.
Oh yeah,
drop the grandkid off.
I'm shipping that kid off to his grandparents.
You go and do some bird feeding.
If you
go get a table, man.
Nah, I did have one of our listeners say, "Yo, if you get a few guys together, I can get you a table." I said, "Nope," because I know that trick.
Table where?
At Prohibition.
I haven't been there in a long time.
Me either. They done swept it up. But I know that trick, so I'm not falling for that. The trick for that, fellas, is they get you in there, they give you the cheapest bottle, or they give you the smallest bottle of champagne they got, and they encourage you to buy another bottle because, hey, what it looks like having 6 dudes share this small ass bottle.
Yeah, not sharing.
And then guess what?
Guys.
You not. And then guess what happens? Your boys turn their backs to you when it's time to drop a card. So we ain't got time for that. I'll pull up in there. I always know a bouncer everywhere I go, so I'll be able to get me a free.
Gotta tell your boys donations.
Donations, man. Shout out to all 4 people that have called me in the middle of this podcast. And with that, we're gonna holler at y'all next time.
Holler at your boy.